the suppressor height night sights, the threaded barrel, 15 plus 2, so 17 round magazines. Finally got this. It took forever, and we're finally gonna get to shoot it, so let's go. This is my very first grouping ever, at about 7 yards. That's crazy. So first malfunction, and that's my limp wrist. That was my wrist doing that, not the gun. Beautiful. Fired the next shot, back in business, locked back, perfect. What's up? Back at the house. Let's talk about all this stuff. Wow. Alrighty, we got a lot to talk about here. So, for starters, what's in the box, dude? The CZ P-07. The model I chose is the duty model. It came with the threaded barrel rail, suppressor height night sights, and also these higher capacity magazines with the +2 extension. So instead of coming with 15 rounds, it now holds 17, plus the option of running one in the chamber, of course. No mag, chamber's clear, gun clear. This thing is gorgeous, dude. This trigger feels amazing. It's a double action, single action, which means it has a hammer. And this trigger performs 2 different actions. So the very first pull being the hammer coming back. That's the first action as you pull. And then when you break the wall, it goes forward, which is the second action. Then for single action, once this has pulled to cycle the round, this hammer stays back, leaving you a reset right there. And a short take up, break the wall again for the single action trigger pull. The P-07 also comes with a decocker here, your slide catch and release here. Really nice grip texturing. Comes with 3 different rear grips here as well. I'm going with the large one at the moment, but they also have a small and a medium. It came with the small originally attached. I really like where this mag release is. It seems to be just enough out of the way. For my hand, I don't have to move my grip or change it at all to reach this mag release. Maybe it's because I have longer thumbs than some, but it's just far enough out of the way that I will not hit it while using the weapon, but it seems to be right where I need it. This gun is almost horizontal and it falls right out. Look at that. I love it. Clear again. CZ was nice enough to send 2 of those. Would have liked to have 3 like a lot of the Glocks seem to come with, but that's okay. A couple miscellaneous items. It also comes with a safety option. I'm going to be sticking with the decocker for now. Very, very small Allen wrench. And the other 2 back straps, which you can replace as needed. To be honest, these are a real pain in the butt to replace because to do so, you actually have to take out the hammer spring, which is in the back strap here, runs all the way up to the hammer. Without that hammer spring, the gun will not function. You have to pop a little pin out here, straight through. It's gonna drop the spring out, so be ready for that. If you do it, I would suggest looking up a tutorial. This is pressed inward, so it's really difficult to get it back into the correct position so that you can get the pin back through later. It's really not the hardest thing. It's just more difficult than I believe it probably should have been. But man, I tell you what, when you find the right grip for your hand, this gun feels so good in your hand. It's so ergonomic. I really like that they added the texture up here for where your thumb, as well as on the other side for your finger here. Looks gorgeous, feels great to shoot. We put 50 rounds through it, and I'm very excited to put some more rounds through it today. Now, on to the miscellaneous assortment of other things that I have here for the day 1 buy. Now, this is not the first handgun that I've shot, but it is the first handgun that I've owned. So I've done tons of research and made sure this is exactly what I wanted. A lot of things when it comes to handguns are going to come down to your personal preference. And for me, this is exactly what I wanted. I'll talk about some of this other stuff here that I got for day 1 as well. We got the Walker Razor Slim Shooter electronic muffs. These are going to obviously protect your ears from hearing damage when you're shooting. Have to have ear protection. Come on, guys. And when we're talking protection, got to make sure you have some eye protection. So I picked up some of these Smith & Wesson M&P Thunderbird shooting glasses. You can wear just about anything. These are obviously specifically designed for shooting. Came with a small hard shell case. The glasses themselves, which are designed to protect from things hitting them. And a little microfiber towel, so why not? And we'll go into the range to make ease of access. Picked up this little box that will hold my headphones as well as my glasses for shooting. So we slide these bad boys right in here, and let's get these bad boys opened up. So these are the Walker Razor Slim Shooting electronic muffs. Come with a couple batteries here, and man, these feel great. Nothing too fancy, went with the black camo, and there you have it. We just pop this little tab out here, toss a couple of these bad boys in here, slide this back on, and you're good to go. So the reason these take batteries is they have active suppression for sound so that you can actually hear through this microphone when people are talking to you or out in the range and around you. But when a shot goes off within 0.02 second reaction time, these activate and muffle that sound for you. Really awesome. Not expensive. I got links for everything on my Amazon store page, which is down in the link below. So go ahead and click on that and check out any of this stuff you want to see, guys. Look how thin these things are, man. They fit great. You can hear everything outside of them. And these glasses seem to fit perfect. I love it. These fold up really nice into this little ball and right into this case. Boom. Some CLP for some cleaning and maintenance of the gun. I picked up some of these little Apex, I don't know anything about them, but just nice little bottles to hold my CLP so I can drip it exactly where I want it inside the gun. Along the lines of cleaning the gun, of course, I picked up some Tipton gun cleaning picks. These are just really nice for getting your t-shirt or your cloth, microfiber towels, or whatever down into those nooks and crannies while you're cleaning or popping out things when you're trying to move some parts around. Picked up some snap caps, really great for running some malfunction drills and dry fire practices. Picked up this really neat laser training bullet, so you slide this in the barrel. Then every time the hammer goes forward, it will shoot a laser dot. The really cool thing about this is there is an app that pairs well with this. Target it onto the wall with your camera phone, and then it picks up all the laser dots and grouping, so you can see exactly where you're shooting on a target and dry fire practice at home. Freaking awesome. First things I bought to modify the gun were these True Glow TFX tritium fiber optic sights. So the reason I bought these was because I got the suppressor ready model with the suppressor height night sights. So these sights are actually very awesome. I really like them a lot. But I also assumed I wasn't really going to be shooting with a suppressor that much, so I picked these up. But to be honest, I think I'm going to hang on to these for a future modification. For now, I really do like the night sights as they are, as well as I want to co-witness with a red dot. So having that suppressor height night sights is really nice for that co-witness setup with a red dot, which is one of the biggest reasons I picked this model up anyway. I already got the suppressor height sights, I don't have to buy any. So guys, that's the CZ P-07. We're gonna take it back out to the range right now and get some more rounds through it. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's toss it into the Ruroc bag and get out of here. Get out there and put some more rounds through the CZ, dude. Got these bad boys filled up with 17 rounds. Let's see how she does. We're gonna start with the double action trigger pull, and then we'll go from there. Put 17 rounds on paper. We'll see how we do. Slide lock back to the rear, clear. I got like 150 rounds here, so I'm gonna load her up and run it again. So what I have right now is a full mag, 17 rounds, and a mag with a single round. So I'm gonna fire the first round, the slide will lock back, I will drop the magazine, reload, fire again. And repeat. Just gets you used to manipulating the gun, reloading, etc. Slide lock back, we're clear. And I'm not trying to worry about my grouping so much on that drill. I'm just trying to work on getting the magazine in, setting the sights again, and firing. Slide locking back, recognizing it, dropping the magazine, replacing the magazine, sending the slide home, and firing a shot. I'm still trying to see my sight picture and maintain accuracy, of course, but that is not what the drill is about. It's mostly about handling the gun and reloads. 17 in this one, and then I just go back and forth. It also gets me used to reloading with the slide locked as well as reloading without it. If you know you only have one bullet left in this one, you can fire that, it will slide back and rechamber the last round, and then you can drop the mag, reload, and then fire again without having to rack the slide or send the slide home. So it kind of prepares you for both of those situations, which is really nice about this drill. All right, so I'm gonna run that drill again. I'm gonna step back and hopefully you can see the gun a little better in this one. That's how you activate your magazine.
I don't want to ever accidentally discharge my magazine.
Let's try that again. When I did that, it accidentally sent the slide home because I slammed it up, knocked the slide loose, and shot around straight through the top like that. Start the drill over. We're good. We got one in. Last round. Clear. Whew. It's a fun drill though. Another good thing I want to practice is knowing exactly how many rounds I have in my magazine as I'm shooting. So what I'm going to do is I have a target with 5 different targets on it. I'm going to shoot and transfer to each one, but I'm also going to try and keep in my head the amount of shots I have. So when I get to my 17th round in the chamber, I'm going to drop my magazine, change magazines. That way when I fire that shot off, I'm already reloading into the next magazine without having to deal with the slide sending it home at all. So I got 2 magazines, 17 rounds in each. I'm gonna leave one right here. We're gonna put 17 through. I'm gonna keep a count in my head. And when I get to my 17th round in the chamber, I'm gonna change magazines so that I do not have to send the slide home at all. The gun will do all the work for me. Drop my mag, still have one in the chamber, replace. Just gonna do target up. This one is a mess. It's getting pretty warm up here, but nothing crazy really. It's not that bad. It's not transferring to the trigger, which is a metal trigger as well. It's definitely not too hot where I can't do some checks like this. Still manipulate the slide, can still touch it. Not a problem at all. All right, guys, so we're gonna put up a fresh target and flip the camera around and see if I can get some nice, easy, clean shots just to get used to it. Just feeling out the gun really. Try to get a grouping going here for you. And these targets on these lines are moving around a lot. So it's kind of, we're gonna have it out at about 10 yards. I'm gonna flip the camera around. We're gonna see what we can do with this. Go for the small right. As you can see, quite accurate. We're going to go for the small diamond on the left. Quite accurate as well. Not terrible, not terrible. As you can see here, all of those are in here. All 5 of those are in here. 2 flyers, 2 in. You know, just getting used to it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was 200 rounds through the CZ now. Shot 50 the day I got it, 150 today. Feeling it out, doing some mag drills, trying to get used to the function of it. I think it's really important that if you're gonna have a handgun and you're gonna carry a handgun, that you become very proficient with it and you get very used to it and know how to use it well. So get out to the range, make sure you shoot your weapon, make sure you know how to use it, and make sure you're safe with it, guys. All right, dudes, back at the house. So I just want to do a quick field strip of the actual CZ and make sure that there is no wear where there shouldn't be and that everything is running reliably and performing well. Didn't have any issues whatsoever with the pistol at the range. Nothing with loading, nothing with shooting, nothing with the sights, etc. We're gonna go ahead and field strip this after putting 200 rounds through it. There should be 0 issues. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is obviously make sure your gun is clear. We have no magazine, we have nothing in the chamber, we are good to go. So what you're gonna be looking for here is this little line on your frame, and you wanna line it up with what's on your slide right there. Slide it right back to this position. Flip it over and press through on this. You can press it through with pretty much anything and just force that through the other side. And then you can pull off your slide stop, just like that. Now you're good to strip it. It will come off like this, but to pull the actual barrel out, you're gonna need to make sure the threaded barrel cover is off. You can pull this out right here. You can see now that we have the threaded barrel end open, you can just slide it right out here. Now that is your basic field strip on pretty much any weapon. This is your basic overview of the internals here. Let's go ahead and get in here with the microfiber towel and see what we got. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this underneath here and just kind of get in the corners and edges here. And I picked a white microfiber towel so we can really see what kind of grit we're working with here. This is gonna be taking off a lot of the oil and stuff in here too. We're just gonna get into these cracks where the rails are. It's used to dealing with explosions inside of it, so nothing in here is too crazy delicate. Just getting these little corners here. I like to bring the hammer back and get in here. Lots of the debris back here. There you are, a nice, dry, clean inside pistol, but you don't want that dry, so we're gonna throw some lube on there shortly. So as far as the slide goes, you wanna get in here, on the side, and all these little rail lines and the nooks and crannies. It's a little dirty in there. As far as the barrel goes, just give it a nice wipe. Check it for any abnormal wear. Doesn't seem to be any issues here. Everything looks exactly as it should, brand new. Inside my CZ package came one of these little pipe cleaners. We can go ahead and use that in the barrel to get out all that extra debris that I can't reach with the microfiber towel because it will wad up inside there. So simple as that, guys. That's your field strip of the CZ P-07. Very simple, very easy. And last, we want to put a little bit of this right along the rails here. Nothing too crazy, not a lot. Just a little chisel along these rails. A little bit on the internals of the springs back here and up here. Go ahead and put a little drop on the rails here. And just kind of put a bead there and drag it down the rails. Put a bead or two on the actual barrel here. Just go ahead and wipe that around, get it all over here, and a little dab on top here where it's going to be rubbing against the slide. Then to reassemble it, just do everything in reverse. Simply place that back there. Slide the small end of your spring back in the front. Set it up against the back of your barrel. You apply your barrel thread cover. On the CZ P-07, the rails ride inside. So you just pop it right back on there. I find it's easiest just to set this here, pull this back, just shove this straight through. There you go. You're back in business. Make sure everything performs correctly. Slide locks back, clear, goes home. Beautiful, we're back in business. If you guys enjoyed the shooting, if you want to see more of it, let me know in the comments. I hope you guys liked it. I really want to do some more of this stuff, and we got some really awesome stuff coming up for you soon. Stella's in the shop, coming out soon. She's gonna look freaking beautiful. She's not even gonna look the same. Hope you guys are ready for it. Anyway, I'll catch you on the other side later.